Jacoby. We are Jalen and Jacoby. What is it that we do?
We get the people what they want.
Another packed show of NBA playoff action. The Mavs put the Clippers in trouble. The Nets look great, but we start the show with the Los Angeles Lakers getting a much-needed win to tie the series against the Suns. Everybody looked good on the Lakers. Jalen, what was your biggest takeaway from this win?
Well, my initial takeaway is it would have looked a lot different down the stretch for the Suns, who didn't score a basket had they had Chris Paul. With that being said, the aggression of Anthony Davis and the Lakers making a concerted effort to not only get him the basketball, but get him the basketball in and around the paint at the beginning of the game to have him be aggressive going towards the basket. Anytime he and LeBron James play a playoff game and they combine for 31 points like what happened in game one, they're never going to win. And how about the fact he himself had 34? LeBron had 23. That's what they're going to need if this team is not only going to win this series, but Jacoby, that's what it's going to take every game. This ain't just us talking about game two for the Lakers. If they're going to win the championship,
you're right.
Both of those guys got to be flirting with 30s and 10s every game.
And it's not just them. Dennis Schroeder stepped up last night and played really well. But one thing I noticed about the Lakers was the difference between game one and game two, in addition to LeBron and AG's production, was the defense. This was the number one defensive rated team in the NBA. Didn't look like in game one, but they were in all the passing lanes. The game started with AD getting a block, which got him started. Then they put him on the block. I thought their defense was a key in this game to get this win for sure. Now, Jalen, it was a big win for Los Angeles last night, but there was also a huge loss for Los Angeles last night. The Dallas Mavericks, game two, in the Staples Center at home. Let's set up.
No matter if you have a bad game here or a couple bad games here, or, you just stay even keel. You just stay even keel. You keep your level head. You worry about the next moment, the next opportunity that you get to be great, and you seize that opportunity. So as you get older, as you get more games, as you get more experience, as you get into the foxhole and battles, you kind of know what to expect. So I have the blueprint. I just give it all to AD.
All right, so LeBron is just fine with splitting the first two games of the series. In his career, he has won 12 best-of-7 series after the series was tied at 1 apiece. Only Bill Russell and Derek Fisher have won more. Remember, last year the Lakers lost game one in both the first and second round. They ended up winning both series in 5 games. So Kendrick Perkins immediately got on social media, as we all tend to do, and as soon as the games end, it's just 1 a.m. Eastern. I've got so much I want to tweet about tonight on this app, but I'm going to save energy and every word for every damn show I'm on tomorrow. And would you looky there, Kendrick Perkins with us now on Sports at a Perk. I went from a 9 to a haircut dime. I did, not you. All right, Perk, let's start with the Lakers, who even up the series behind LeBron and AD. You were telling everybody who would listen, relax after AD's poor game one performance. What did you see from him in game two?
Well, I saw Anthony Davis be the generational talent that he is, right? One of the best in the league. This is the AD that everyone has grown to love. This is the AD that's a top 5 player in the NBA. He attacked the paint. He did not settle. Got to the free throw line like I said he should, and he did. Got to the paint, attacked DeAndre Ayton all night. But you know what else? He anchored that defense. See, this is the thing that I love about Anthony Davis. We already know he's going to give you 25 to 30 points a night, but his ability to anchor a defense, his ability to switch 1 through 5, cover ground the way that he does. Look at him pushing the rock right there. You don't see power forwards doing that. This guy is one of one. He's one of a kind. I knew he was going to step up, and he did just that, man.
You did call it. You were passionate about it. I don't think there's any argument that this is AD's Lakers team, and a pivotal game 3 tomorrow night as the series shifts to LA.
Hold on, Matt.
Yeah.
Don't jump the gun, okay? Don't jump the gun. They still got LeBron James over there. We look. I love AD to death, but we're not gonna just say this is AD's Lakers team. Not just yet. We can't do that just yet, okay?
But we're close. Grant me that.
Yeah, inching that way.
All right.
Inching that way.
Talk to me about game 3. Give me a key.
The kid's gonna be AD again.
Oh, but it's not his team. Sorry, go ahead.
This is the deciding factor, right? What bigs are going to dominate? We already know what LeBron James is going to do. We already know that no one could stop him. But you know who was the X factor? It was two of them. One was Dennis Schroeder finally decided to play the game of basketball. Andre Drummond, in his minutes, he was excellent last night. A double-double. I love what Frank Vogel did. We're going with big Marcus Gasol down the stretch, a guy that could stretch the floor. See, what he did was he didn't play Montrezl Harrell because Montrezl Harrell clogs up the paint. So you could play Gasol and Anthony Davis together and let Anthony Davis be that live threat at the basket while big Marcus Gasol, the big Spaniard, he picks and pop for that tray ball. Look, it's the same recipe. Don't change nothing. The ingredients, the food tasted good in game 2. Do the same thing that you do and duplicate that in game 3.
I agree. Role player Anthony Davis should be set when the Lakers return home. Perk, sit tight.
Last night, Dallas, by the way, has won back-to-back road playoff games for the first time in a decade. And Luka, a huge reason why, I'd say. The Clippers had no answers for him, despite having some of the best defenders on the perimeter in the league. He's now played a total of 8 career playoff games in his career, all coming against the Clippers, interestingly, and he has scored 32 points per game in those. Over the past 4 decades, only Michael, LeBron, and AD have scored more in their first career 8 playoff games. All the big names spoke post-game, starting with the man of the hour.
When you see the Clippers lose intentionally to kind of set themselves up for a matchup with you, does that give you extra juice, extra motivation that maybe they're setting themselves up for a situation they can't dance their way out of?
No, I didn't even know they were doing that. But somebody told me in the first game, but not really. If you want to win a championship, at the end of the day, you got to win against everybody. So I don't think that makes a big statement. But we just go out there and play.
I'm not concerned. Like I said, they got to win 4 games, and you come in on an opposing team's floor and you play. There's no pressure on you to make shots because you're supposed to, you just try to come in and steal a game or steal 2 games. But now they got to go home and try to keep up the same shooting. So it's easy to come on the road and do that when there's no pressure on you. So we'll see in game 3.
We got to rise to the occasion. Fact of the matter is, if we don't, we're done for. But there's no level of concern. I mean, we just got to play our game. We got to play through this. We got to incorporate our defense. Luka's gonna get his touches. We just got to do a better job defensively of just quieting everyone else.
Kendrick Perkins is back. All right, I remember you go down 0-2 in this series, and here we are, 0-2, and they're playing at home. We just heard from your former coach, Ty Lue, Paul George, both saying there's no concern. You say what?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Look, they need to be so concerned right now because here it is, right? The Clippers, and this is why you have to take the microphone from them, because doing interviews like that bothers me, okay? And if you're going to sit up here and say there's no level of concern after dropping and wanting to play this Dallas Maverick team, you're crazy. Luka Doncic is having it his way. And I want to apologize to Luka because I've been critical of him, not of his play, but of him whining and complaining. But I tell you what, he has elevated his game to another level in this postseason. And I'm looking at this Los Angeles Clippers team right now, and they have an issue. And you know what their issue is, Sage? They are front runners. And why I say that? Go back to game 1 when Kawhi dunked on Maxi Kleber. You remember they all ran and stared the man down? And then in game 2 last night when Paul George, the clip we just showed just now on SportsCenter, when he broke down Porzingis, how the bench ran over there and laughed and made a pose about it. But I didn't see that same laughter. I didn't see that same energy in the 4th quarter when it mattered the most, when Luka Doncic was tearing up Paul George, Patrick Beverly, and Kawhi Leonard. I didn't see that last night when he was out there playing daddy ball, getting whatever he wanted to do, doing the things I do to my sons in the driveway because I can't move no more. I just take them to the low block and take them to the paint. I didn't see that energy last night. So the Clippers better be concerned, especially if they got to keep going and seeing this Luka Doncic every single night.
Perk, real quick, what's daddy ball exactly?
Daddy ball is just when I can't